Welcome back, guys. It's been so long since I made a video or even a talk on this platform, really. Today I thought I was gonna fill you in on what I've been up to. Well, a big reason why I've been quite inactive with my talks lately is simply due to a busy schedule, both with work and my personal life. I've been busy training, busy playing a lot of disc golf on the side, and mostly traveling a lot during my vacation this summer. My vacation included a disc golf trip to southern parts of Finland, and last but not least a trip to Belgium to see the Belgium Grand Prix of Formula 1. And let me tell you, that was something else. Easily the best experience of my life. Not a question about it. But as much as I could talk about this past summer, I wanna dedicate today's video for something else. And that is last weekend's big happening, which was my first powerlifting competition. I finally attended and competed in my first powerlifting meet. Oh wow, I feel like I got so much to talk about when it comes down to this weekend. This is something that has been on my agenda for a lot of years as well, so it feels amazing to have achieved this finally. I will also go through some more details about what I learned and what I can take from this experience in upcoming videos as well. But the feeling of stepping up on stage and lifting in front of people is so powerful. I love it. I mean, just the feeling of wearing a singlet. Maybe it sounds silly, but it's like putting on a superhero costume. I'm still feeling it days after, and that's also what this event made me realize, that this sport, this is so my sport. This is what I want to do, for now at least. I mean, I went in this weekend with one goal. It wasn't to put on personal records. It wasn't to aim for medals or something like that. No, my only goal when competing, at least this first time, was just to feel it. It was to feel the pressure, feel the sensation of competing in a setting like this. Get used to signals, commands, get used to how a competition works practically, really. Yeah. And all these expectations were met. Yeah, they really were. It over-exceeded my expectations, really, because even when my main goal was to just try to get as many good lifts as possible and not to prioritize the weights that much, I pulled off a new personal best in my squat and got in total 8 out of 9 good lifts, which I'm so proud of. Because if it's one thing that I see a lot of beginners, or at least first timers, when it comes down to competition in powerlifting, it's being too fast, too eager, making them to ignore signals and just not getting used to that part of the event. But honestly, even if I got one lift with one white and two reds, which made it a bad lift, which was my last bench press attempt on 132.5 kg, I'm still so happy over how I performed, really. And as I said, it's just the feeling of being in that element, that focus. When stepping up on stage, I like that. No, I love that. I already anticipated that this would be something for me, but only a part of it. What do I mean by only a part of it? Well, Well, it's easy to say that I fell in love for competing after last weekend's event. I really did. But even though this is the case, I don't want to train as a powerlifter. I really don't. Because as I said and mentioned before, it's so boring. Yeah. Some people agree with me, some people don't. But if it's one thing I believe in when it comes to a successful career, relationship, or not the least a successful and happy life, is that you need to do what's best for you. You need to do what you enjoy, not what the norm says or not what others say or something like that, because if you can't enjoy the things you do, what's the point? And if I'm being honest, the past few weeks, even months, when I've been prepping for competition, it hasn't been fun training. It has been training that I need to do to prepare for this type of event, yeah. And this comes down to my performance as well. When I'm doing what I truly love, I'm the strongest version of myself, both physically and mentally. But as I said, I got the taste for competing. I will continue and start a path for more competitions in the future, but I will train in a more power building manner, which is my type of training. Don't get me wrong though, I do believe my powerlifting program has helped me a lot for my competition performance. I really do. Because powerlifting is all about practicing a skill that you have to get good at, a skill that you have to perform with as efficient execution as possible for the best outcome as possible. That's also means that I mostly need to practice and do the same thing over and over again. And if it's one thing I hate, it's that. I'm a man of variation, and I used a lot of variation training as well, but I feel like all these singles and triples and so on, it's not my cup of tea. I will still include heavy singles and pause reps and different variations to become as strong as possible, because I will still compete, but I also long for the other aspects of training. The hypertrophy, the endurance training, the stability training, and so on. So I will pursue my powerlifting career as planned, but while training as a powerlifter. And another reason why I'm so pleased with this weekend's performance as well is that my strength is pretty much the same, even when I've dropped down about 14-15 kilograms since December. I even took a new personal best, which landed on 170 kg on the squat, and that wasn't even a grinder. I mean, that's saying something. There was also something that I learned from this competition, that I maybe chose my attempts too low. But as I said, I just want to get the white lights and feel the competition setup this time. I mean, if I'm being honest, I would have had the 180 kilograms on the squat, but now I just have something to beat until next time. And I also wanna, I'm also thinking about going down a weight class to the 93 kilogram weight class due to this. I feel like the jump between this group and the 105, which I competed in now, is far too big for me, and that I will be able to maintain and even increase my strength on the low 90s weights. So this is something that I also been thinking about for a long time. But yeah, otherwise a really, really great experience. I learned so much from this, and there is so much left to learn. But this is the start of a new path for me. As I said, I will be on the lookout for more competitions, but probably next year though. We'll see if it's gonna be another SBD competition or just a specific lift competition. But we see. Yeah. I will also drop a video about where I go through each specific lifts themselves and how my thought process revolved around these. But that will drop later this week. That was it for this time. I hope you have a great week, and I catch you on the next one.